More cockpit area, upgraded interiors, and better access from the helm. These are just some of the upgrades that Beneteau have done to evolve their Antaris 9 to take from a capable weekender to a real compact luxury yacht. Have they done it? Well, let's jump on board and you decide for yourself. Well, let's jump on board and quickly note the engine package. So we're showing you the twin 200 horsepower. You can option this up to a pair of 250 horsepower engines, and that's going to give you speeds in the top range of around about 35, that sort of mid 30 range. And with the fuel on board, that's going to give you range of around about 130 miles, depending on how you want to use the boat. But the real changes on this Series 2 start in the cockpit. And compared to the original, I think what's noticeable is there's a real shift here towards entertaining away from just being a real functional little weekender. This definitely has a more elevated feel to it. You can see there that we'd have a little spot to pop a table in, but this feels like there's a lot more usable space here as well. And there's also been the addition of a side access gate just like that. So that's also very, very practical. And then the other thing which you might have picked up on given the amount of shade that you can see is the hardtop extends further back aft. So this is, as I said, a much more inviting place to be with that amount of sun. You don't want to spend all day baking in the hot sun, and particularly in places like Australia. So that's a far more user-friendly design. If we come into the cockpit, the other thing that's noticeable immediately is the upgrade to the interiors. And this is really more in line with the bigger system models, the Antaris 11 and 12. This has got definitely a more elevated, a more luxurious feel. You notice it as soon as you come in. We still have that little weekender kitchen there that's functional, as well as well positioned aft to connect with the aft cockpit. That's very nice. You can see there that we've got microwaves, there's refrigeration, and then we've also got plenty of storage and access to switching and on-off power. That's all there. That's really neat. The dining table also leafs out, as you could probably notice for yourself. We still have the really nice long window sections. You are very, very connected to the outside in here, as you can see for yourself. We've still got the big nice hatch above head, which has got that fly screen and shading like that, so that makes things very comfortable. But one of the big changes has been the addition of this starboard side access door for whoever's running the boat, which wasn't there on version 1 of this boat. So that's, I would imagine they've had some feedback from owners on that one, and because this is obviously an owner-operator boat, yeah, that just makes a lot of sense. You can even, from the helm position where I am, just pop your head out, and the visibility aft and forward, that's pretty good. You can option this boat with a joystick as well, but that's terrific. This one has also been upgraded from the version 1 with the larger Garmin displays as well. So inside, I think the story is that they've elevated the quality in here. You can also see there, you've got the shore power line, but it does feel a lot more like a nice cruising yacht than it does just a little compact weekender. And I think that's the direction they're looking to take the range. If we go forward as well, you can see we've got the sun pad here that ratchets up, space there for a couple of people. That's nice. But the other story about the version 2 is what you can do on the roof. Now, you can see for yourself we've got those roof racks, but you can order this with solar panels and lithium batteries. So if you're coming away overnight, you're not in a marine, you're at anchor, you can obviously run things like the air conditioning and those creature comforts that you weren't able to do previously. So that's a really good upgrade, and again, leaning towards, I think, where they're wanting to take this particular model, which is into that compact yacht category for owners. Terrific like that. In terms of the accommodation, we can step down and check that out. And again, the noticeable thing for me is the level of fit and finish. Does feel somewhat elevated from Series 1. You can see they've gone for this walnut finish inside, which is very nice. It's like a satin, quite a flat walnut finish. That's a pretty good size berth for a boat of this size. And that shares the boat's single head, which is just here, which looks like this. So it is a wet room style of head. You can see there the toilet and the basin are all there. And then that faucet extends out, so that then becomes your shower. And there's a little hook where you place that to keep that stationary whilst you have a shower. So that's how that works. And then directly opposite that is the second cabin. So there's accommodation for 4 people on board. You can see this one's got a hanging locker as well. And even though we are underneath the deck, obviously, it's pretty decent down here. It's a proper double berth. It might even be a queen size berth, but clearly you'd pop your head up near the port side window there, which would be the most comfortable spot. Run your feet across the beam. And for a night or two, I think you'd be more than comfortable there. No problem at all. So decent accommodation. The interiors feel definitely elevated from the version 1 or the Series 1. And if they're trying to take this boat towards a little micro or a compact yacht rather than just a little weekender, I think they've probably achieved it. But keen to hear your thoughts. So there you go. What did you think? That's the version 2 of Beneteau's Antaris 9. You let me know what you think in the comments. Have they achieved it or not? I reckon they've done a terrific job on this. And Chapman Marine Group, they are the Beneteau people in Australia to reach out to if you want to buy one of these boats. They're the guys, they'll look after you. They're terrific people. But thanks for watching. Share, like, subscribe, of course. And I'll see you next week on another video. Bye for now.